Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Valentine's special with our singletons.
Wow.
What? What's the matter?
I was wondering why it took you so long to play the intro.
What you
And
mean?
now
Yeah,
I've seen
I was
it.
wondering what he's going to say.
If you're watching this live, you can call any of our contestants tonight. This is
Contestants.
I want you to think of tonight as like a blind date. So
Are you
as
still a
you're
black?
viewing tonight,
Blind date. He's still a black.
you can get into the comments and you can call any of these. We've got Wilco up there who's telling you
Hello.
to call him. We've got Ben down there who's desperate and his number's up there. And we've got Marissa who's available and her number's on there. So feel free to call them during tonight's live show, which is going to be slightly shorter tonight because...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is, because we wasn't technically going to be on tonight. Long story short, I cocked everything up in terms of the scheduling. And next week is our pre-recorded marathon talk show, which is really good, actually. If you're doing Boston, Tokyo, any of that sort of stuff, it's definitely worth listening to that, because I pick the Hobbit's brains, who is not with us tonight. But he did send me a lovely Valentine's card, which I won't share with you because it's a bit rude. But yes, pictures and all sorts in there. But that's just for me and him. So if you're joining us live, we want you to get involved in tonight's show. We're going to be talking about, in this Valentine's edition, everything we love about running. We have got some other things that we're going to be doing to pass the time, as you'd expect. And like I said, if you are joining us a little bit later, already 2 minutes in, please call one of our contestants. They're available for you. Because they've got no lives, they're on tonight, and they're just there for you to get in touch with. Really, if you need to know a little bit more information about them, I'm happy to supply that. But just jump into the comments. Ben, you don't look impressed.
I mean, it's not my real, I'd like to make it not my business number, right?
Right. So before we carry on, we're going to do some plugs. I want you, if you haven't signed up to the Cooper Running app, I want you to do that, and you need to go over to fordyruns.com/Cooper, where you're going to get 20% off on a free trial. You're welcome. I want you all to fuel your gels for your runs with Kendall. If you're doing long runs like some of us are at the moment, I want you to go over to Kendall and use the code 40 runs. You're going to get another discount. And Wilco, if you was to buy some new shoes for the Brighton Marathon, where would you shop?
I would probably go to Start Fitness.
Okay. And would you use a code, Marissa?
Yeah, 40 runs.
Oh, it's brilliant. You're going to get a nice discount. So we are going to talk about, because I Googled this, which could be good, could be bad.
What would he do without it?
I know. Which are the 6 most popular, according to Google, things that people love about running.
Oh,
So we'll
cool.
get
You in
into
the
that.
top 6 anyway.
I am in there. It's basically. But before we do that, we've got a couple of bits to get through. I think, firstly, now this is something I heard on the radio. So again, if you're joining us live, get involved in this before answering, the people who you want to take out on a date. But I listened to this on the thing. Someone was talking about, I think it was in the paper, how you have your toast takes, it gives says a lot about you. And I thought, because you're all singletons, again, I'm trying to market you all tonight. Okay. So what I'm trying to do tonight, okay, you may see a running theme here. I'm trying to get you all a partner. Okay.
I don't want
So what I thought we could do is do the toast test, and it might help some of the people who are in the market, watching this or maybe listening to it. And if you do want to, if you're not watching this live and you do want to take one of these 3 out on a date, just email imdesperate@gmail.com and tell us.
That will come straight through to me, right?
Yeah, it all go to that's Ben's email address. Okay, so in terms of your toast, right, I'm going to give you some pointers first, but I'm not going to tell you what they mean. Okay, play along. By the way, this is an award-winning podcast, running podcast. I'm just putting it out there. So, do you like your toast on a scale of sort of 1 to 3, sort of in there for mere seconds? Okay, remember these, right? A slight singe to it. Okay. A crispier piece of toast. So we're going up the scale, yeah? Quite a bit of colour added to the toast. I think you've got that dial on there, yeah? That's what I want you to think about. We're getting into golden toast now. You know, that sort of, where the butter instantly melts on it.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you've then got the totally and utterly burnt to a crisp. Okay, right. So, Marissa, who is available on 07898546231. Marissa, how do you like your toast?
It depends what mood I'm in. Oh, what? I've just got to go for it.
Selfie.
All right. I like melt straight away butter.
So more that golden, the golden.
Yeah, more golden. Yeah.
Golden brown. Okay. Wilco, who's also available, by the way.
On a scale of 1 to 10, about a 5.5.
So that crispier piece of toast.
Yeah, but still a little bit. Sometimes, like the underside, not done so much. That's quite.
Yeah, I think crispy is probably for you, or a light tinge to it.
Well, lightish tinge.
Okay, right.
Light to medium tinge. How about that?
And the most desperate man in the country tonight. How about you?
Oh, I'm at the other end of that. I like 2 to 3, like just so it's just got crisp on it. So like 3 seconds under the grill. Yeah,
Okay,
basically a bit of bread that's warmed up.
Right. So, because I remember, because it's Ben. So, Ben, those who enjoy their toast for mere seconds in the toaster are reliable, passionate, methodical, never going along with the crowd, independent-minded, and good at negotiating.
What a catch!
What a catch!
And I
Gentlemen,
think
if you're listening, he's there,
Hi,
available.
boys.
Okay. Wilco, what was you?
Well, oh yeah, middle of the road, mate.
He was the tinge.
Mid division.
You was a sort of, was you a tinge or more crispier?
More crispy than tinge, mate. I
Okay.
think.
This might indicate you're hospitable, popular with friends. Very true. Saw that on Wednesday. While potentially hard-nosed and a perfectionist with sharp communication skills, Wilco.
Oh my god, I'm dreading mine.
Again, he's here for your entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, but if whatever way, just email. Well, don't email Ben because you won't hear back because he'll take them all. Right, and Marissa.
I was buttermelt straight away.
Okay, so some serious. So I know, seriously golden toast ices. Those who like it with more crunch are adventurous but struggle with patience, while also honest. And here it is, with a very naughty side. She's available at 07898 546 231 if you like a naughty side. To be fair, I'm doing you all a favour here.
To be fair, I think you've got us pretty nailed on.
I'm not.
It's quite good, that
I'm
tone.
very impatient.
Be fair, that's quite good, that, isn't it?
It's not bad, actually.
So there we go. That's why this podcast is. It's a running podcast. Toast. No, we're getting there, Steve. But
we can do toast next week.
So you've got to remember, we're sort of bit.
We're
Well,
fueling.
I'm very much D-Mob happy. I couldn't care less about tonight. I was just going to turn on for 15 minutes. But these three are so desperate; they've got nothing else to do with their lives. So we thought we'd come on and talk about a bit of running. Right, next for you. Now, this is where if I had blind date music, I would play it, but I can't because of copyright issues. But I have found this. Ready? This is again award-winning. It's the internet. So there you go. This is a game I've come up with. It's called Tell Me Your
inner.
No, it's called Tell Me Your Ideal Running Partner. So they have to have 5 characteristics. Because there could be your match listening or watching this. So the 5 things that your ideal running partner would have. 5 things. You other two can think about this while I'm playing this really. Actually, I'm going to change it up.
It's like your bloody O levels.
Shh. I spent a lot of money on this. Yeah, that's better. It's like Ben's in the club. Right. Go, Ben. 5 things.
Oh, wait, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So God. Oh, Aubrey's in the
Yeah,
house. So
you've tuned into probably the worst show of the year, just telling you, because we're basically just cocking about for 30 minutes. Carry on, Ben.
I like good carbs.
What did you just say?
Good
You
carbs.
just said good carbs. Okay, not what I
I
was
was wondering if we were going that route.
Wilco, let him talk.
Good carbs.
Yeah.
Good chat.
Good chat.
Pair of sun gods.
Pair of sound gods. Okay.
There we go. Half tights.
Half time. Hang on, you're explaining me here.
I mean, basically, right?
You're right.
And their name is FORDY.
You can't all describe me. Carry on.
What's the last one?
Come on. Come on, Ben. I've got one for you.
Oh, go on.
I think you have to be slower than you.
Yeah, that's probably not hard at the minute, right? Well,
Yeah, to be honest with you, no,
you
it'd be most.
have to run.
Yeah. Come on, last one.
Good.
Oh, no, don't go there. Good music.
Oh my god.
Is it similar to on my list?
Like, yeah, probably. Tall. There you
Tall.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Ben, we got there in the end. It's meant to be a
Sorry.
short section of the podcast tonight. Right, Wilco, for you, we're going to change it up a little bit.
Oh, what? I've just done my phone.
I know, I'm just
No,
writing my list.
changing
Don't
the
do
music,
that.
Changing the music.
Oh,
It's
can you
more
take
of a
down a
chill
bit? I
music.
can't hear
This-
myself think.
This is you in your club.
You don't
Actually,
need
maybe we
to-
should get an
oh,
80s
yeah.
thing.
They are, Lindsay. I forgot that one. Has to be a
There's-
privilege.
there's- Right, Wilco, shh. Wilco, remember this is Wilco's chance to shine. His partner could be listening to this award-winning podcast that gets 1 million downloads every week. He might not. She might not. Wilco, go.
Okay. They've got to run at my pace. They've got to have good chat,
Yeah.
good musical taste, no singing Queen or show tunes.
Mm.
Route ideas. They have to come up with loads of good ideas of different places to go, and they've got to be good fun. There you go.
Oh, there you go. If you're out there,
4 out of 5 ain't bad, right? Welcome.
yeah, I was going to say, Ben, you're in for a chance there. Right, Marissa, hang on, I've got to change the music.
I don't know if I can say all mine.
Oh, probably
Oh,
not.
no.
If you're saying that, it's definite no.
Oh, no, I don't
Just
like
do
that
it.
music. Hang on, let's try this one. Remember, this is like blind date. Yeah, this is it. This is more terrifying, which I think it's going to be. Okay, Marissa, your 5 clean traits of an ideal running partner. She's throwing it away. Go, come on. We've got to
Okay, they've got to be patient.
Yeah, got to be with you. Yeah,
Exactly, they've got to be patient.
I'd actually probably make that 2, to be honest. 2.
Funny. I like funny.
Looking or
Funny looking.
No, I don't want funny looking.
Funny,
Okay, so-
weird.
No, funny as in jokey funny.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
Not funny looking.
Let me go back to my list for a second. I might be able to get one
Actually
of
wrote them
them.
down, bless her.
Oh, like a beer after. If we're going
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Likes a beer, right? Okay, so you alcoholics out there who don't really know. Yeah.
No, I don't want an alcoholic.
Oh.
So going to extremes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Try and
I like something to keep my eyes entertained.
What? So if they get like a wonky eye or something?
so funny
Funny.
looking.
No.
They wear a funny hat or something.
Yeah. They got like a nervous twitch. Is that what you're talking about?
Keep
you like-
me entertained.
Oh, so they're good at Scrabble.
Yeah, we'll go.
Magic
with that.
tricks.
Last
Is that
one,
5?
Marissa.
Pulling a rabbit out of a hat. No, that was 4.
Yeah, one more. Come on, Marissa. This is
One more. I like to do different routes. So they've
What's
got.
it? Hang on, I'm going to stop
Oh,
the
God,
music.
you were
What
well
is this
so,
thing
like-
with about you two and the roots?
No, well, I don't
Because you
wanna
need variety. We're not all programmed and wired
Ah,
up to go
so you want-
round and
you-
round and round
Hey, look,
and round the
I'm
same
not
3
ready.
miles every day.
Imagine I'm Scylla, right? Surprise, surprise.
long neck.
So what I've taken from that is that you like a variety.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bit of
Yeah.
variety,
Wilco's
route
lined up.
Do you know
Ben,
what
you
I've
look like
taken
you're
from
gonna say
this?
something. What?
I feel like we've got a match.
What? Who?
Who?
You two.
Who?
Like roots.
Yeah.
You're impatient. He's
Yeah.
patient.
He loves a beer. He's
He loves a beer.
borderline
He's
alcoholic.
entertaining.
He is mildly entertaining.
But
He likes his toast, you know,
yeah.
the right way.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I
Ding,
think
ding, ding, ding.
we've sorted out. Should I take down the numbers?
No likey. No
Be
likey.
friends. Be with her friends.
There's one thing though, Fordy.
What's that?
Gooner.
Oh yeah, you don't want any.
That wasn't on your list.
Don't want
That
To be
any-
don't
fair,
matter.
she'll sing.
Yeah,
She'll
Right,
right,
it's
sing
just-
put down
specials.
his
Come on.
list. Don't be so bloody picky.
I'm going to bring this back now to running, okay? Because this is an award-winning running podcast. Somehow.
Okay.
So we are going to be now getting on to the things we most love about running. And this is a shortened show tonight, people. Genuinely, this is a short show. Mainly because I've got a pack. So, yeah. Anyone with ADHD will know it takes about 3 days to pack. Okay. Right, but before we do that, I did want to talk about where we are because the 4 of us are training for marathons at the moment. And it's getting into those weeks where it's a bit... and it's a bit tough, okay? For anybody who is currently feeling a little bit about everything, a little bit knackered, a little bit frustrated, a little bit unsure. You've all been through the process before. Any words of wisdom, Wilco?
Share your frustrations with other people because they will be feeling exactly the same. It's a good time to. I mean, I'm in. I think it's week 11 now.
Yeah,
because I'm doing
you're
18 weeks.
Ahead,
yeah, and it's. I think we've got 7 weeks to go. Brighton, although this time, doing the new system and that, I'm not felt as sort of like downbeat about it all at this sort of stage that I usually am. Still a bit of variety going on, and I'm quite enjoying it. So, but this is a great place for like when you're in the satellite groups or you're on the chat or the global running crew and all that sort of thing. So many people are going through so much stuff. Don't think that you're the only person who don't think that you are the only person who sat there thinking, God, in 8 weeks' time, I've got to run 26.2 miles. I don't think I could do 10 at the minute. You ain't got to do it now. Chat to people. Take on board what they say. Don't worry about it too much. Try and enjoy the process. And you got to crack on really as well. That's
head down, get on with it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. Marissa?
Yeah, the miles are getting quite long now, aren't they? So I actually went on the satellite, Southend satellite earlier and asked them about park run sandwich because I've never done it. So if you've got questions, ask other people in the satellite because everyone's got different
an answer,
opinions.
a tidbit,
yeah,
a help.
Yeah.
Yes,
and maybe something different to what you've tried before. I've never ever done a park run sandwich, so I'm not sure why I'm thinking about it, but I just want to get it out of the way tomorrow rather than Sunday. So,
well, what are you doing Sunday?
I don't know. I might go to the pub if it's nice.
I was going to say you might have a date. We could be inundated with people.
I really doubt it.
Ben, what about you? Because I know you've sort of given up again. What about you in terms of what about no, on a serious point, yeah. Someone's been through the mill a few times. Any sort of help that you can give out? Again, this is all making you look educated and smart. So again, potential partners may think, oh, you know what? That person's inspiring. I might get
only if I say something inspirational, right?
Yeah, come on.
And I have had time to think. I'd agree with Wilco. I think reach out. I'm kind of in that. I'm struggling this block. I wake up in the morning. I think this winter it's weird. I'm getting up in the morning and kind of going, oh, I'll go and do it tonight, and then I'm not doing it in the evening, and then a day's gone. Whereas actually, I'm kind of texting a few people now. I texted you earlier, and I was, kind of getting a telling off. So I think, text your mates, other people who are in a plan to get them to hold you accountable as well. This is that bit. We're in week 7 for London, and so what I would say is typically, as Wilco kind of said, is at that point of his training, we've probably got a couple more weeks until that it normally hits of the kind of like, oh my God, I've got to do this in a few weeks' time. So we're not quite halfway through the block. So I kind of say now's a good opportunity to start interacting with people, especially people who are doing London, see how they're doing, and kind of regularly checking with the plan. I think for me as well, look at what's happened this week, see how that's gone, and plan ahead for the week, the kind of week ahead, so that actually, like, what I've been doing is kind of getting to a Monday and going, right, what runs have I got to do this week, and then trying to plan them in. Whereas actually, I'm going to look tomorrow and go, right, next week, what have I got to do? What social events have I got?
You have none. That's why you're on tonight.
Exactly. Well, look, hold on, my phone might be going off the hook.
Oh, you could be inundated again with desperate men.
But
yeah.
So I'd suggest that start planning ahead. Just a bit of reflection.
Yeah, I think it's not uncommon. What you're feeling, and it doesn't matter how many times you've been through this rodeo. It's that point in which most of you are going to suffer. It's totally natural. It's totally normal. And as the guys and girls have said, connecting with other people is the key here. Whether it's to be made accountable and get a bollocking like I gave Ben, whether it's a bit of support and guidance like Marissa, or like what Wilco was talking about. It's take something from that, whatever you need. But there's people out there, okay? Whether it's you go along to park run and you see somebody. I can't remember which one of the boys it is, but always used to tell me about this person that they used to see at park run, and it was like a motivating factor. They always used to see that same person. They always try to beat them, And it was like, even though parkrun's not a race, but it was like, that gave them accountability at parkruns to put a bit more of a shift in. Those sort of things, switch that side of things on. But just remember, wherever you are in your block, it's look forward to it. Get that structure in there. We did. If you haven't seen the video we've done about Ben's training, I'll put that out this week.
That's obviously his last training, not this one.
Definitely not this one. Absolutely shockingly bad. This is like
I've
given up.
Wow, Marissa, of all the people.
But yeah, it
was good though.
The biggest takeaways are structure, consistency. Done. That's what it is for 2 years, 18 months, basically done, and that's in every aspect of his life. Not his dating, but every aspect other than dating. But it was true. It's like that's what you all need, and it's the same thing. So, but we're getting into race season as well. That's going to help. You're going to, if you're somebody who's a solo runner, you're going to be seeing people like from the community, from the club. I'm telling you now, the winter 10K is going to be the FORDY Runs winter with 10K. We've got volunteers there, but we've got millions of us there, like literally millions of us taking it. Yeah, we've got the biggest participation in that race of any club. So you're going to see somebody from FORDY Runs is my point. So, you never know. You could meet that person there that's going to support you and be your running buddy or your next best friend in terms of like running. So that's the importance of races and park run and the community that we've put together. So it really is important, but don't get down on yourself is what I wanted to say, because I do appreciate it is that period of time. So there we go. Guys, we're going to go through the 6 most popular things that people love about running. But if you could give me 3 or 4 sentences on what you love about running, I think that'd be a good place to start. Wilco, and all of you, I'm trying to make you all educated, smart, attractive to people tonight. Yeah, it's a hard thing to do, but I'm trying. Okay, so Wilco.
It's not that hard.
Wilco, you just want someone who goes and gets shit-faced every week. That's what you just said. It's got a funny eye. Wilco.
We're trying to be serious here. We're trying to have a sensible conversation here.
I'm just spotting this picture of Marissa sitting in a pumped up geezer with a twitch coming up to her going, I'm so
oh my God. We should do that at the winter 10K. We'll all just kind of randomly start winking at her.
She's got a lip. He comes out. All right, Marissa.
I don't want anyone with a twitch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's got 3 heads on. Oh, Marissa, I saw you on the pod. Yeah, sorry, okay, go. Wait. 3 or 4 sentences.
3 or 4 sentences on what I love about running. I love the fact
don't mention Marissa's love life.
I love the fact it gets me out in the open air. It gives me structure to my days and weeks. I've met so many great friends through it. It's just loads of stuff. It's changed my life, really. So it's been great.
I'll leave you to the end, Marissa, so you can recompose yourself. You're welcome. Ben, what do you love about running? A couple of sentences.
I love running with mates. I think that's
anyone in particular.
Important. Natch.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. I knew you wouldn't forget me.
Exactly. See, Valentine's on its way. I like the fact that it kind of getting out there and doing the exercise. I can then kind of eat pretty. I'm gonna take it down to that, but I can kind of have not cheat days, but a Saturday. Get a long run done, eat what you want, pizza, maybe a pecan.
Well, lucky how you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And it's the social. I like, do you know what? I like the races, but not, some of it is running the race, but it's actually seeing everyone at races. And also another thing I love about running is what we got in the community in terms of celebrating other people's achievements. It's not about, great, I've done things, but actually everyone's done things, and I think we all lift each other up and we all celebrate each other. And I think for me that's probably one of the biggest things. I've always said for me I love the social side, and actually I really love that side of it, that we do all support each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. And actually talking about the social side, Hayden was telling me there's like 110 people, it might even be more now, that are signed up, have said they're going to the pub after the winter 10K, which is just crazy when you think about it. Like over 100 people from a community club.
Just whoever gets to the bar first, get me a pint. Whoever it is.
Whoever you are, whatever your name is.
That could be the lucky
One-eyed Joe.
Anyone, I don't care.
I love it. 110 going to the pub, 50 running the actual race, right?
Yeah, it's true though. It's like, but it's incredible, really. I mean, name me another club, that's got a bunch of 100 and something alcoholics that are all going to head to the pub straight afterwards. It's brilliant, though, isn't it? It's so amazing, and that's the one thing I love about running is that whatever your tribe, whatever your community, whatever your friends, whatever your network or support system, it does through that running aspect or that wellness that it does for you. You connect with all these other people. And I think that's so brilliant and so amazing. And yeah, you get that, golf and cycling, but running seems to, I don't know, running seems to connect so many people with so many different backgrounds, so many different abilities. Well, in particular, the 40 Rounds Running Club community, so many different backgrounds, so many different abilities, so many different lives get entwined with each other, and it's just amazing. It really is, and I think it's pure. It's not, and it's not fake, and it's just real life. People getting together, supporting each other, and like you say, celebrating wins, volunteering, dressing up in penguin suits together at a race, going all to the pub together. Meeting in a pen before and meeting up for what you would say is something silly like a picture before a race, but we all love it. We all love it, and there's always the different characteristics of each race, and it's a beautiful thing, and that comes together through really the pillar that is running, and that's the sort of the thread that keeps us all together. So it's a powerful thing, and I think that's what personally I love about it. It's a crazy thing, but it's great. Right. So let's talk about the 6 things. To be fair, actually, they've come out with some good. I mean, last time I did this, it came out with some absolute products. But to be fair, it's actually some of this is relatively sensible. So again, just if you're joining us a fraction late or you've turned off because you're just not interested in these 3, which I totally understand. I Googled the 6 most popular things that people love about running. So number 1. Now, we've discussed some of these, but we'll go into a bit more. The runner's high and mental clarity. Runner's high and mental clarity. That euphoric feeling, a sense of accomplishment after a run, which basically becomes addictive, as we all know. But it also how running clears the mind, reduces stress, improves mental health. Now, as somebody, talks my side of things, it might be neurodivergent. The impact that positive impact running has on me is untold. It means I don't medicate for anything. So I think that's another aspect of it. But if for you guys, in terms of that runner's high mental clarity, agree, disagree, elaborate?
Yeah, I think before a run, I get quite anxious, but after I'm as happy as Larry, especially if I've done well. But even if I haven't had a particularly good run, I think that's the good thing about running with other people and doing races. If you've had a really crap run, you know that there's other people there that feel exactly the same. So you still get that high, even if it was rubbish, because you're still with really nice people. You can go and enjoy yourself and put it behind you and learn from it. So I still get the high even after a rubbish run. But obviously, if it's a good run, even better.
Even better. Wilco, about you in terms of reducing stress, clearing your mind, that sort of thing.
It helps me get organised because like my working days are sort of like they're very, it's all in one day and then you start again the next. So I don't have stuff that streaks over. So I have a very clear idea of what's going to happen during the day. And if I go out in the morning, I just gather my thoughts a bit about that, where am I going, drift off a little bit about what's going to happen, later in the day, what other commitments and things like that. It helps me to get organised and it just helps me switch off from that as well. It's just, particularly we are fortunate to live in quite nice, a nice area where you go down by the river and you get away from stuff and things like that. And it's just nice. And, saying hello to a few dog walkers and a bit of human interaction as well for someone who lives on their own. That's quite big. That's quite big as well. It gets me out and doing something. I don't like it when I'm not running because it's sort of like, oh, I've not left the flat or I've been down to the bins and that's it.
4 walls.
At least it's sort of like, well, I've been out for an hour and I've got out and about and things like that. So that's where it helps me.
No, fair enough. Ben, runner's high for you. Reason I pick on you for the runner's high. I'll never forget because I edited a video the other day and it was you in Manchester flying past us and you was absolutely loving life on another level, right? I can't remember. It was like mile 6. I mean, you was knocking in some pace, but you ran past like you had a cape on your back. Do you know what I mean? You love it,
Yeah,
don't you?
I really do. And it's funny that you mentioned Manchester, because I think I saw that picture the other day that Marissa got of me. I think you were on the other side of the road, and I was kind of like pumping everyone up. I think, yeah, for me, I love kind of being out there, the whole race day experience. I just love it. I think getting the crowds and just things like that. And it's not even about going at, that day I was kind of flying around, but even when when we're running together, and we did Watford as well, and I kind of had the runners high there. I there's just something about it. I love.
Oh, it's so annoying, right? So I'm coming down the final stretch. No, this is just a piss take. I've got to share this story. It's an absolute piss take. I said to him, I'm going to kick on it. And it's a tough course, right? And I said, I'm going to kick on from mile 7. He went, I wouldn't. I thought, it's a bit strong. He doesn't obviously trust me. He said, why don't you go from 10? I went, all right, I'll go from 10. And what I wanted to do is I ran the thing at goal pace, and I wanted to put a bit of a solid effort in at the end. So I went at 10, and I got a bit quicker, and then I got a bit knackered, and then I got a bit quicker again. And then as we entered the park, to be fair, Ben, I started winding it up, yeah? And you've got this like long hill-ish, and then you turn and you got the final stretch. So when we got around the final stretch, I went full afterburners. Everything I had, I was like sprinting down the side. I was 6 minutes per mile, Ben, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I was proper putting in a shift, yeah? Behind me, I can hear the most joyous man who sounded like he was on a day out trip to see Marissa and Leo say, oh, hiya, Sasha. Oh, hiya. Are you all right? Yeah, not bad. I'm nearly done. I'm like blowing out of my arse, yeah? Feeling sick. And he's going, all right, yeah, I'll be there in a minute, yeah. And I can feel him like near him. He was filming. I just wanted to kill him. It's like when he had that bag on his back and he crossed the line. Yeah, all right. I'm not dead. It was so annoying. But to be fair, it proves about the runner's side. He was loving life, right? And we were at 6 minute miles. It's just like, but I felt euphoric afterwards because I put a shift in. He's loving life because he's had a great day out.
And genuinely, I think for me, it's the whole experience. I love it on a Saturday morning when we're out doing a kind of long run. There's a shift in there, and even last week, and then kind of coming back. I was like,
no, you can't. It takes again. It's just a repetition of my life at the moment. I'm literally shuffling from 18 miles because I had nothing. I tried to go put it down. I had nothing. I'm like literally a full shuffle mode. Like literally, I probably could walk quicker. He goes off 3 miles left. Goes off at 18 miles. Spins around. Done about 6 minute miles. Chris, come back. Trying to talk to me about all sorts of things. I got no convo. I'm looking at the ground, hoping that that's something on there that's going to help me. All I kept saying to him, he's talking to me about anything. I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to walk. And he's having a full blown convo with me. And like again, loving life. He's just
Chris. Can I suggest that you might need to find a new ideal running partner?
No, I quite like it because it motivates me because I will not walk until he comes back and gets me. It's in a strange way.
But to be fair, he has started putting, or he says they're in the car all the time. I just never noticed him before. He's got a pair of headphones in the car now. I'm like, oh.
No, they're in the bag. They're in the bag because when I do my 6 miles on
is that what that is?
In case I don't drive. But I might start putting them on. No, but anyway, so whatever it was, I can't remember. No, the second thing on Google's list. Are you ready? And this is again makes sense. Physical fitness, weight management. People love about running. So these are the things that Google says are the top things that people love about. It's an efficient way to burn calories, build endurance, stay in shape. Many people love how running helps maintain or lose weight. I was talking to a client today. He's lost half a stone. He said, and he's just done half a stone. I know we've got James in Hartford. Big shout out to him. He's done a load of weight. He's got back into his running, and he's knocked a load of weight off. I think that's, to be fair, again, I think it's a good point. Wilco, I know you've been, in the past and again using running to lose weight, right?
A bit's coming off, but then that's been accompanied by some better eating habits and a bit more sort of portion control and a few other things, because it does all, it's a component of it's all a piece of the jigsaw, isn't it? Like when you get out running, like you think, oh well, I won't drink. I'm not going to drink so much. Or well, some people think that it gives them a passport to do all that, but I'm not like that. It seems like sort of like when I'm in a plan, it's sort of like, right, okay, well, I can get my head down, look after me food, try and make sure I have breakfast every morning, not get some sleep, all the other stuff. It just all comes together. But I mean, it's been a sort of byproduct. I don't know about my weight. I can feel my clothes fitting a bit better, which is fine. And,
That's good.
and
That's
I'm
good.
sure, I'm sure it's a benefit to me as a middle-aged man, to be getting out and doing some stuff.
Oh, massively. Yeah, massively. And I'm with you. I'm in that training, that point now. I can now get back into my extra small t-shirts. Marissa, in terms of physical fitness, weight management, is it your thing to help you keep
It
in
definitely
shape?
helps. I mean,
Especially the amount of alcohol you consume. Looking for men with funny eyes.
my mum watches this.
I'm really
Not
not
told
told
you
you
to
opened yourself up to. You've done the list.
I
You've done the
didn't
list.
say
You've seen
wonky
everything.
eye. I was talking about
I mean-
my eyes. Yeah, no, it definitely helps. Definitely helps. When I first started running, that is why I started running. My friend telling me I couldn't do it, but I tried to do it
Yeah.
to lose weight. It didn't work because I was eating more. So I've sort of learned that you can't eat what you run off, or eat more because you think you've gone for a little run. So yeah, obviously I've lost quite a bit of weight this year, last year, but
You have, mate.
yeah, it's not just down to running, but running definitely helps. Definitely helps.
Ben, just quickly, because I've just seen the time. So, physical fitness, weight management. Big
Yeah,
thing for you in
absolutely. I
terms of
think,
running?
like the other guy said, I certainly have seen that, and I think I like the aspect of one day a week. When I do my long run, I do kind of just go, right, I can eat what I want and kind of have that blowout. But then the rest of the week, I am conscious of my diet, and I think certainly the consistency that I had up until this blog. Before you say that, but no, exactly.
Yeah,
but
definitely haven't
that
got any of this blog.
consistency, I can certainly say, where probably after London, I'd stopped and was still eating like I was in a training block. I'd certainly noticed the weight going back on again. That was the time when my nan asked me if I was pregnant. That was enough to stop me. But bless her. But yeah, so certainly now that kind of consistency in running, I've found that I've managed to stay in my extra small tops too.
Oh, similar. Matchy.
Matchy.
Right. So the next point in Google, we kind of done this a little bit, but it's sense of achievement and personal growth. So I think it says whether it's hitting a new personal record, running further than before, completing the race, running gives you that tangible way to sort of measure progress. Just briefly, Wilco, in terms of personal growth and running, is that one thing you love about it in terms of that you're getting better as a human being?
Yeah, and I reassess targets and stuff all the time. I don't think it's all about it's not all about PBs and things like that.
No.
It's sort of
No.
I mean, it looks like this month, I'm gonna run my first 300k month. And and I think like, wow, that's amazing. I've done 160k in 2 weeks. I'm like, that's pretty good.
Growth.
And it's
That's mileage.
Yeah, so I see,
I
see little achievements like that.
He's doing it
and
for me.
also now I'm north of 50. I think, well, if it's a sort of like if it's a time that I've done since my 50th birthday, I sort of like reassess my times and stuff like that.
We've got to wish Coach Al happy birthday.
Oh yeah,
Yes, we do.
Big Al's birthday coming up this weekend. He's 60. Hayden said. Marissa, personal growth for you briefly in terms of is that what you love about running?
Yeah, it has given me so much over the last 3 years. I think I've grown as a person and got such a sense of achievement out of all my goals that I've done. But apparently I'm doing 50 minutes on next Sunday with Mick.
Well, you're going to have a flock of men chasing you, although they'll be a bit slow because most of them will have a limp and a funny eye. Ben,
Yes.
very quickly, sense of achievement, personal growth. Do you love that about running?
Yeah, absolutely. And it isn't all about the times, as Wilco said. I think it can be about distance. It can, distance in a month, distance in a year. And I think actually when you look and see the mental resilience and the mental fortitude that you get from kind of breaking each barrier and each distance and things like that. So yeah, absolutely.
I like this next one from Google. Well done, Google. Freedom and exploration. Running allows people to explore new places. I think we can all, in terms of going to travel and not just like abroad, but like even in this country, enjoy nature and experience the world in a unique way. I think as a runner, you can see places in a totally different way. I'm actually up in the trails this week coming. I'm going to be up there, and because I've got the time to be able to do it, I love it. I love it. There's nothing better than just going up there and losing yourself in Mother Nature. I think it's a brilliant thing to be able to do that. So I think that that's a good one. So the next one was improved health and longevity that people love about running. Regular running is linked to a lower risk of heart disease, better lung function, and an overall longer, healthier life, making it favorite lifelong activity. I mean, we spoke a little bit about it in terms of physical fitness and things like that. But do you feel like, it's a random question, do you feel like the running you're doing is extending your life? Deep, Wilco.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think it is, because I'm sort of, it's making me feel happier, so that's, so that's got to have a beneficial effect, hasn't it? And I think you feel like you're doing something. If you feel like you're doing something, then you're going to be optimistic, aren't you? And you're going to, you're not going to give up. Not give up, but do you know what I mean? You're not going to, perhaps slow down, cut things short. You might ease up eventually, but you'll be. I get to stage now where I think, right, okay, how much more would I be able to do? How much, if the worst kind of way, if I think, I see people like, God, I'd love to be able to run a park run when I'm 70, and things like that. How could I do that as well as a 4.5 hour marathon at Brighton? How could I keep going and, be those, we all see them. You see them at Parkland, like some of these old boys and girls and that. You think, that's amazing. I'd love to be like that. That'd be brilliant. I feel like that. Yeah, I'm hopefully getting the ingredients together to be able to do that, because that's what I would really like to do. I want to carry on running until I can't do it. Not that I don't want to do it. Do you see what I mean?
It is funny, right? If I'm just reading back the 6 points, we've still got another one to do, but in regard to this improved health and longevity, if you actually add them up, so the mental clarity, if you put the mental clarity with the physical fitness and weight management and the personal growth and that sort of freedom that sense of freedom of getting out there and having that mental clarity, putting all them together is going to improve your life and improve your health and give you that longevity. If you think about it, if you put them all together, it's quite interesting. Ben, in terms of improved health, would you say, because running, if you're in a training block and stuff like that, your immune system does take a knock. You tend to pick everything up from all these idiots on the train who've got no social awareness. Best thing to do is go my coach, but my carriage, which is now shut off to the public, and anybody with a Sainsbury's bag. But apart from those idiots, do you feel like that it does improve your health?
Yeah, definitely. I think, because you do naturally set yourself goals, whether it's, just to get out there and do 25 minutes, for some people, run to the next lamppost and things like that. So all of that stuff, I think it gives you those tangible things that you can see kind of benefits to it of, okay, yeah, cool, I've run further than I have, or I ran further than I did yesterday. And I think that, as you said, it has that kind of natural impact. For me, it was that kind of, right, okay, I need to, give up smoking because I've got another goal now. And that kind of kicked me into doing that. And like I think Wilco said, you're in a training plan, as am I. Don't massively drink when I'm in training plan, and and I think that all helps.
Interesting. Marissa?
I actually think just look at our community, because if you Paul Massey, for example, if you look at that man, he's incredible, and there's so many people above 60 that are smashing it.
He is unbelievable. What he
Honestly,
does
it's
here.
crazy. So if
Oh,
I
Yorkshire.
can run like any of the, well, I didn't, even now I couldn't run like him, but you know what I mean? If I'm still healthy and able to run at 60, 70, I'll be more than happy. And look at him.
I mean, he's not here, but you think about Hayden. Hayden is 75 years old, and look what he's doing. He's got
Amazing.
Boston. He's out there doing
Amazing.
Barcelona. He's 75 years old, right?
Amazing.
It's
Looks good for his
unbelievable.
age.
He does look good for his age. But then again, he spends a lot of time on summits,
Yeah.
which he shouldn't do at his age, really. Okay, so the last one, and it's a nice link actually, Marissa. It was number 4, but I skipped it. But I'm coming back to it. So, out of our 6 most popular things people love about running, was the community and social connection.
Oh,
That's why I've left it to the end, really.
Okay.
Runners love the camaraderie, that and all,
Yeah, as well.
of local running groups, races, and events. It's a great way to make friends and connect with like-minded people. I think, as I said, it's the one thing that I absolutely love about it. What's your thoughts, Wilco, on that?
I love it all. I love being part of it. I mean, I get a real sense of achievement. Like now that I'm leading a satellite group and seeing people come together. I've got there's 2 girls who joined our group about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was running on Wednesday, and I was saying to people, "This is just brilliant." They'd just gone ahead like 10 yards. They'd not known each other, not met each other 3 weeks ago. They've gone out for 5K. They're nattering all the way, chatting, doing everything, putting a shift in. Now that they'd both come a few weeks ago and said, "Oh, I don't know if I could do 5K." And now they're absolutely tearing it up. And then that gives you a real sense of, achievement and that. And it was the highlight of my week, just seeing them doing that. And yeah, the community's been amazing. I would not have done the things that I've done had it not been for the community. I would have, I might have done 1 marathon, but I don't think I'd be looking at doing 7, and looking forward to doing all the events and looking forward to seeing people doing the same events because I know everybody's going to be there and we're going to have a great time. It's just what it's all about.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. I'll wrap it up there. Marissa, thoughts on this?
Oh, I hate the social side of it.
Yeah,
it's
we know.
My favorite thing is I just love it. I love going to the pub after, or even not even going to the pub, going to park run, meeting everyone at park run, just seeing everyone and seeing people you don't often see as well from, say, up north that come down south or
vice versa.
Yeah, it's just.
Actually, you know what, right? And it's a good point. We're really lucky when you think about it.
We're really lucky.
Right, running club community. And this is not an advert at all. So just shut up, right? If you want to complain, email Ben. benisdesperate.com. But I don't know of any other sort of club or
there isn't. That's why
that where runners get together like we do, right? At races, for example. Like Hayden's out on a saga holiday, but he's doing also the Barcelona half, right? But he's out there with, I don't know, 15 of us, probably 20 of us. There's probably some out there who's not yet met, right? And you go to the winter 10K and there's going to be like literally thousands of us. Or you go to a park run at Christ knows where. Or like me, you bump into somebody in London who's part of FORDY runs. And then you see everybody going to the pub together, going on holiday together. I don't think there's anything like it. It sounds a bit weird, but it is genuinely like a big family. It's like
it actually gets me really excited.
It does. I know.
Like
I came over to Bushy the other week to see Darren's teeth, and it was.
Could have saw them from here.
I could see him. He's in Spain now. And I've got the blind shut.
Wait till he gets a tan.
Oh, murder! But the point is, I drove 160 mile round trip. 120 miles, sorry, round trip.
Yeah, that was just to see me, though, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
it was just to make sure that one-legged guy wasn't chasing you around park run. But it's true. You do these sort of things to go and see it. I don't know if I might be nuts, but I don't think it's anything else like it.
and everyone's so friendly. You know, it's always.
And it's not bollocks,
when-
is it? It's not bullshit. It's not fake.
No. But yeah, and so everybody, you know, you see people saying, "Oh, I saw everybody, but I didn't come and say hello," and all that. You know, that's
God,
just
come
sort of
and
like,
say hello.
yeah.
But
You
but
know.
on that, it is genuinely speaking
Not if you've
from
got a wonky eye,
someone.
though.
No,
Yeah.
obviously. But speaking from, look, it's the best thing I ever did. Right, was taking that step
too.
of coming over and saying hello.
It's
I think
hard, yeah, I know.
it is hard. It is, you know, we're all, you know, you see it at meetups, and it's so lovely that you're just, as Chris, I think to your point, you know, you see people from up north, and you know, for us down south, that's anything past Midlands, but you know, you see the guys. It's really nice that you've got loads of them coming to Winter 10K, and it is that kind of thing of, oh my god, I haven't seen you for ages, I haven't seen you for ages, I haven't seen you for ages. But if you're new, just come up and just start talking to someone. Like I remember the Big Half was my first meetup. I'd been to Hertford a couple of times, and actually it was just like started talking to a couple of people. And then the week after, I was in GNR in the pub, and you know, and what was that? 3 years later, I'm running with the boss every week, and you know, it's well in front of you, but you know,
All behind, very happy, loving life, saying hello to
looking
people.
at your calves, exactly. But look, genuinely, the social side, isn't it? It is amazing, and you know, you will find, you know, yes, there are so many people, but you will find a few people that you just absolutely gel with and click with and chat to on, you know, me and Wilco probably chat on a daily basis, if not every other day.
It's amazing, isn't it? Really, I just, it's weird, right? Because when I'm putting a video together about something, and it was an accidental reflective moment, you know, back to 2017 when all this when this started, and it is funny. It's a funny old thing, you know, when you sit there and I try not to, as people know quite well, I try not to sort of think about these sort of things too much. But when you're going through a process of unmasking and trying to understand yourself and what you and how you get through life, you can't help but reflect on these things. So when I look back at the races that I did back in 2016, 2017, as somebody who was trying to understand that being neurodivergent in that environment with pure panic and terror and anxiety, not really knowing what any of that was. Yeah, obviously there was then diagnosed, but not understanding what that was, and then putting together something like this that then you see in 2025 that you're going to go to any race, park run, sit in a cafe in London, and somebody come and talk to you because they know of 40 runs, or they're part of 40 runs, or I'm at work and people are part of 40 runs. I was in one of the offices that we work in the other day, and when the guy said, "Oh yeah, geezer who sits there, he knows you. He's in your Facebook group." It's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? And it's and I'll probably see them at a run, or it's for me. Again, a bit self-indulgent, but it's a bit weird. It's a bit crazy. It's a bit, but it's truly inspiring. In the same that I can go to any race or event or drive 160 miles, and as somebody who never would have done that before, and the admin was absolutely gobsmacked, I drove well my own. But to have the confidence to be able to go and do that, it's unbelievable. And you don't realise how obviously that's changed my life, because that set me on a path. But how many other people that's made a difference to? Because maybe they didn't feel like they belonged, or they could be part of something, or they've then grown in confidence to then go on. And then, like, Wilco's a brilliant example. I know he's sitting here, but if you think about Wilco, you know, who's then grown as a person through what we've done, and is now changing people's lives on a Wednesday, like those two ladies. And it's a self-feeding thing. It's just organic. It's truly amazing when you stop and think about it. The positivity, and it all comes back, like I said, to running.
Yeah.
And that pursuit of weight loss, mental clarity, mental health, whatever it is, you know, physical exercise, trying to prove your longevity on this planet. But you're using running, and then from that, what we've created at 40 runs and then offshoots in intertwines with people's stuff. It's fascinating. It really is. It's amazing. Just sit and think about that for 2 seconds. Blows your mind. It does, doesn't it?
It is just crazy.
It's lovely meeting up with. It's lovely meeting up with people who listen to the pods. You know, even might not be in the group. You know, they'll bump into you and stuff like that. You know, that always. You know, I always find that amazing that people. Because you know, there's 4 of us sitting in our sitting around our dining room tables or our front rooms. You know, during for an hour on a Friday, and you think, do people actually listen? You know, and then but when they do, like you go to Great North or something, and like people want to talk to you and stuff like that. You know, it's amazing.
Wilco had a geezer stopped me the other day. I'm lucky. I get that a lot now, but I'm in Pacifics. But he said, I thought I absolutely loved that podcast you did for me at mile 20. I was in whatever race, and you told me to get on with it or something like. So I just wanted to thank you. It was amazing. So people listen to this. And
you remember the toilet queue at London when that guy literally turned around and went, "I recognise that voice," and he's like, "I listened to the pods."
It's funny that I was funny that I was talking about that in therapy today. I mentioned that it's a funny old thing. As I said, so somebody who I don't particularly, as you know, I really don't like that stuff. If I could wear a T-shirt that says just leave me alone in a nice way.
Speak to me.
Yeah, please don't talk to me.
Or don't hug me because I love hugging you.
No, just stay away from me is the best thing to do. But for that to happen, but then for me to socially, you know, I would normally run away from that. But again, this whole thing that's created, and that's a positive thing for me in terms of understanding me and knowing who I am and getting to know that. As I said, the unmasking process I've been doing all these years, it's quite remarkable.
But seeing the change in you in, like, for me, seeing the change in you over like 3 years in terms of kind of how much you know, from the social aspect, because we all know that that's quite difficult for you. But
I hate it.
You know, as you said, kind of going to Bushy is something that if you'd have said that, you know, a year ago that you were going to do that by yourself, we'd have had bets going, actually he won't turn up and things like that. So you know, it's helping you as well.
Massive.
Yeah, as I said, you don't realize the impact. I'm using me as an example, but you don't realize the impact that's having on other people, and that's where it's so strong. And again, that's where I think, and we don't get. I'm going to be a bit careful here because I happen to go 2-footed. We don't get the credit we deserve.
No.
Because we're a disruption in the running space because of the way I am. We don't get the credit that we deserve in terms of the conversation that we've changed, in terms of like getting people together. We don't get the credit that we deserve and the accolades that we deserve in terms of bringing people together.
Do we care though?
I'll be honest with you, I can't give a shit. But it does infuriate me on multiple occasions. You're fully aware, Wilco, on this sort of thing. But it is truly, truly amazing what, not me, by the way, what you lot, because you're all of you are 40 runs, are doing across the whole country and even in other parts of the world. It's mental, but it's beautiful. And that's what I love, again, about running, is that this is what's going on.
I think if you look at the chat, though, as well, you can see that everyone's just saying how much it's changed their lives, how much they've come out of their shells, and they just love the meet up. So,
but that's through that, again, that's through that singular thread of running.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to prioritize. Again, we're talking about maybe a little bit more closer to home in terms of 40 runs. This is not a love fest, right? But ultimately, if you strip it all back, you might be getting a few emails, but from one-legged Fred, or three-legged Fred, as he likes to be called. But if you think about it, you've got that one thread running through it all, which is running. It's mad, isn't it? It is mad when you think about it, but it's at the same time it's beautiful because of the power of it and the positivity that it genuinely creates, which is amazing. And that's a great way to finish. I said this show was going to be short.
You got to do your packing, mate.
I hope, really, in all intents and purposes, that through this, you've shown your best sides off. Actually, let me just hang on. I'll tell you what. I'll show you Ben's best side here.
Oh no.
There you go. It's gone.
Oh.
Sorry, Ben, couldn't
You were
help.
lucky I didn't do something.
Yeah, no,
you
no.
just
But
randomly added me out.
hopefully you guys are going to now be inundated with proposals. I know Marissa's going to get quite a few.
Wink, wink.
No wonky eyes.
No,
Thanks.
three-legged Fred.
No
Okay.
wonky nothing, actually.
All right. Stop it. We've got to go now because Hayden's going to tell me off. We are not here next week, people. We are doing basically because I'm on holiday, and I'm not doing a live stream on Monday because guess what? I'm on holiday. And for you Eagle Eye viewers, there is a box of pick a mix here for me to take away.
Oh,
No, hero. Yes, we should be back whenever it is. The day after Winter 10K, I'm doing a live stream, so tune in for that, and then the pod will return after that. I don't know who's on. I don't know what we're doing. I've got no idea. All I can say is thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight. I'm guessing most people will be listening to this podcast because unlike you three, they've got lives and they're out. Have fun, everybody, this week. We shall see you all at the Winter 10K. It sounds like everybody's going to be there. There are other events apparently happening, and we.
No, there's not.
No, there are, and we are going to be represented at them as well, which is awesome. Because we're all over the country. You're welcome. But yes, we shall be all over the country at some point, and we shall see you all soon. Again, if you're coming to the Winter 10K, right, and you're worried about coming over and saying hello at the meetup, and if I hear somebody go, I'm too shy, I will find who you are, and you will get a bollocking.
Come and find one of us.
Yeah, come and say hello to us.
Find one of the friendly people. If you're,
I'm not friendly people.
No, don't say it. No,
especially if you got a wink.
I'm not. We'll leave it there. We could be in trouble. Right, Ben, you got to take us out just in case there's somebody listening.
Bye, boys.
Bye.